Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Krupan Kumar, General Physician, Consultant Physician and Diabetologist at Secretariat Medicover Hospitals. Today I just want to give you a small idea and cautions regarding type 2 diabetes. So coming to the topic, there are two types of diabetes, type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. So type 1 we see mostly in children, which I'm not going to discuss. Regarding type 2 diabetes mellitus, I just want to give a brief review regarding the disease. So type 2 diabetes is mostly seen in adolescent age group, starting from 18 to 20 years. And it may come at any age after 20 years, at any age in the lifetime. So type 2 diabetes is most commonly seen in whole of the world, and mostly it is affecting India in large scale. So this kind of people who are diagnosed as type 2 diabetes mellitus, so mainly they complain of few clinical symptoms where it is an indication that patient is having diabetes. So as of now, what is diabetes? What does diabetes cause? Is like we have a liver. So liver in a human being, liver produces most of the glucose. So when this glucose is produced in the liver and not properly absorbed by the cells in the body, the glucose which is secreted is stagnant, what we call a stagnant, or stayed a long time in the body, and this causes the increase in insulin levels. This is called insulin resistance. So this causes the increase in the glucose levels in the body. So this is a brief introduction. So coming to the clinical symptoms, patient having diabetes will be they will be presenting in three different modes. Some may have mild symptoms, some may have moderate, and some may have severe. So depending on the human body and the immune system, the patient represents himself in three ways. Some patients, they have starting with mild symptoms, like they will be having more of decreased or increased urination, increased appetite, and more of polydipsia, what we call more of irritability. So this kind of patients, they will be presenting in this way. Some people will be having generalized weakness, some people will be having pain in the peripheral nerves, and some will be having decreased activity on the day. So these symptoms, then they are considered. They can be ordered for a small test called random blood sugar, where we find sugar levels. So that random blood sugar levels are high, then we go for blood sugars and post lunch blood sugars. Along with that, HbA1c, what we call glycosylated what we call HbA1c, is 6 months sugars. So these are the tests to be considered in patients having diabetes mellitus. So once patient is having high sugars, depending on the sugar levels, we take into consideration. And this kind of patients are can be treated on outpatient basis itself. But some patients who have come to completely undiagnosed for many years and whose sugars are uncontrolled, they may have a sudden increase in the sugar levels, and they may come to ER in an unconscious state or irritable state, where the levels will be more than 500, 600, and there will be ketones present in the urine. So these kind of patients are considered to be very serious. So they are called, this is diagnosed as diabetic ketoacidosis. So acid levels will be increased due to increased sugar levels. So these kind of patients should be treated in ICU. And other kind of patients, whatever mild cases, can be taken care in outpatient basis itself. And moderate kind of patients, like what we call patients having minimal sugar levels of 200 to 300 uncontrolled, and newly diagnosed, they are called de novo diabetes mellitus. So these cases are also can be treated in outpatient basis. And coming to severity level, as I have told you before, the patient will be sometimes presenting in unconscious state also. So these patients are treated in ICU. So there are different modes of treatment for diabetes, as we know. There are oral form of tablets, there are insulins. So depending on patient's affordability, convenience, and how patient wants to take the tablets, we can start treating the patient. So oral hypoglycemic drugs, oral drugs are also fortunately very beneficial nowadays. Very new kind of drugs have been launched in the market. So patient taking these kind of drugs also can be controlled very well. And firstly diagnosed, what I recommend is firstly diagnosed sugar patients having mildly elevated sugar levels at around fasting is suppose we say fasting is 150 160 and post lunch is around 250 200. Then these kind of patients, what I suggest is at least for 1 week of diet control, exercise, and decreased intake of any sugar rice or any candies or any kind of tea, coffee with sugars. These dietary changes and aerobic exercise may sometimes revert the diabetes in any kind of patient. So once the patient is reverted to normal, he can be watched under the examination for 6 more months, and every 2 to 3 months he should be tested for the diabetes. So in my experience, I have treated patients with controlled sugars. We have come with fasting of 150, post lunch of 200 220. So I have just given them a diet, diabetic diet, regular continuous exercise, and patient has to be de-stressed because stress also increases the sugar levels. So these kind of small changes in lifestyle may revert diabetes, and the patient may not require for a long time, but he has to be in regular checkup with a physician or endocrinologist. So these are the types of diabetes and treatment I'm briefing regarding this. Thank you.